Welcome back everybody to Invested Intelligence, and before we get into the key level on Bitcoin we should all be paying attention to, I want to take you over to this article about Credit Suisse. So Credit Suisse appeals to Swiss Central Bank for public backing. Anybody that has been paying attention to Credit Suisse over the last couple of years knows this has been an ongoing problem. This isn't new, and obviously Deutsche Bank will also be affected by this massively. We know these two giants are in a lot of pies. They've got a lot of money. And ultimately, any problem with Credit Suisse or Deutsche Bank is going to ripple out into all financial markets globally and cause a massive, massive problem. But what's interesting is cryptocurrency seems to be holding up pretty well while all of this is going on. And I think this is the problem. Many people are looking to crypto now and saying, well, if all of this is happening with the traditional financial system, score one for us because look at crypto. Crypto seems to be doing pretty well. Well, I think that's a problem because ultimately, although one can argue it's a safe haven and now is the time to buy cryptocurrency, I think there comes a point with all of this madness that's happening that if it's that bad, is cryptocurrency not going to be affected? And I don't think that's the case at all because there's only one real safe haven. We also have to think, and that's Bitcoin obviously, but we also have to think about Binance and its potential problems, because ultimately if Binance goes under as well, and for those that are basically screaming at the screen right now saying Binance is strong, Binance this, Binance that, Binance can go under just like every other exchange has basically been going under since the last sort of 6-7 months. We've seen a lot of problems within cryptocurrency, and although I have confidence in Binance, I still have that little bit in the back of my mind that says what if, and I think that's healthy. I think that's important because even if you're thinking what if 1%, then at least that 1% keeps you alert and you might catch an article that, catches your attention, maybe helps you dig a little bit deeper, and maybe see a red flag before, something terrible happens. So I'm going to take you over to Bitcoin, and you can see that I've made a reference to 20 to 22,000, this level here. Spent a lot of time here, banging, from top side, bottom side, and ultimately we ran through this, came down again. And we've had this recent impulse to the upside. Just came out of this broad range consolidation top side, and obviously we've come back in a little bit, right? So I think this is a little bit of profit taking, to be honest. It's nothing too bad. But if price gets back down to 20,000 to 22,000 and goes through this, takes out this low, we have to think about what that actually means. It isn't just enough to say, well, it'll just be going back through to go back through again. It will be reversing this entire move. If this isn't the breakout, for those that think this is the one, this is the bottom, Bitcoin's going to keep going, multi-year run, all this good stuff. If this is the bottom and you believe it so strongly, and then price goes back through 20,000 and starts to grind a little bit lower, then that means it's just negated this belief, right, that we are actually starting to go on this really nice run to the upside. So, and at that point, the weekly is going to kick in, to be honest. And we're probably going to start to see this continuation, and then price will just basically filter through until eventually we get down to these levels, sort of here. But key takeaway from this is just keep an eye on this 20 to 22,000 level. Now, obviously, if price continues going higher, I'd like to just basically see continuation to the upside, 28, 30, nice little pullback, and then we can assess. I know many of you are probably getting bored with my, I don't want to say negative bias towards, the cryptocurrency market. I'm just being cautious because I'd much rather buy at 28,000, and ride it for a nice 2-3 year run than grab it at 22,000, thinking that I've got a great price, and then price goes all the way down to 16 or 14 or 12. I don't want to sit through all of that. Basically, I'm trying to time the market, as best I can. And hopefully if that happens and I manage to get into a really nice position when I've seen enough confirmation, then we can just take it higher. But remember, keep an eye on this. This is very, very important. If this goes under, big problem, for all traditional sort of global financial systems. It should be interesting to see how all of this plays out. With all of that said, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to speaking to you in the next update. All the best. Ciao for now.